All right, you know what? Welcome. I don't know what I was doing pre-show. I was just Batista and roping that thing, but it's a cool. It's cool. Everybody,
Both of them.
welcome. Roping that thing that was crazy, wasn't it?
Slow TT.
My fault. Welcome everybody to Restless Wrestling. As Tariq look up to the ceiling, he asking God. I don't know what you asking God, but it's a beautiful day to talk wrestling, man. We got a lot to get over. We got some awards that was misconstrued. We got a lot we not feeling. We got the chamber coming up. We got some hot takes, and more importantly, we just got good vibes to spread around, man. We got good vibes to spread around. So, like I said, welcome in, Reek. How you doing?
Oh shit.
Don't be surprised. We got bags of treats. Let's get to it.
Okay. 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 Um. Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I can't complain. Got a dub today. This first time we ever recorded, and I've already coached.
That is true.
Got a dub today,
Proud of that.
38-10.
That's a dub.
Uh, yeah, man. Just been locked in, really. I said this on Tuesday, but I feel like I just been.
I forgot to send you my play. I'm gonna send you my play. Matter of fact, I
Oh yeah,
forgot. I'm gonna send it
I
to
did
you. I'm
too.
gonna send it to you because I feel like you know what I'm saying. If you got somebody that's knocked down, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
My
But
dog Roman.
I'm glad you got a tribal chief on your team. Okay. Shout out Roman. He
He
need to
got the
tap
long
into
hair
the show
too.
one day. He do. Is he a bucket for real or like he just a shooter?
Yeah, it's light too. He be jogging like
He said it's
little
like,
stone crawl leg. I'll be like, yeah, it's easy.
bro, he sound tough though. I mean, we gonna get a play drawn up for Roman, man. You gotta let me know how it go.
I got you.
Shoot, as far as me, I'm cooling, cooling. We got a big show on Monday. You know what I'm saying? We going to visit Raw on Monday. We're gonna tap in, try
Yeah.
to get y'all some videos. We're gonna try to get y'all some videos. I think we got pretty good seats. Hopefully there ain't no signs in the way. I think we're behind the announce desk, but like a little bit further. So we on that angle. So we're looking straight instead of from the side. We're not exactly behind
Ooh,
the announce desk, but we're a little bit.
yeah.
But I think we're
Uh
looking
oh.
straight.
I'll be searching.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Look
my
up
dog.
the. Yeah, look up the. Me and my girl, we think about getting a neon sign, but
Okay, okay.
I
I'm
told
like,
her that. Yeah, if we
I
get a
know him.
sign, I'm gonna write Restless Wrestling on there and try to hold that thing up there and
Yeah.
see if the fan can see us back home. But yeah, we're going to see that, and I'm excited, bro. I think we got two advertised matches. I think we got Roxanne and Raquel, and I think we got AJ Styles and Dom. So I'm lit. I'm lit already.
Oh, you get to see two goats.
I get to see two ghosts off rip, off real. And AJ brought back his theme, so you know I'm lit for that.
Oh, hold on. You get to see it. Three goats, actually. I lied. I'm pretty sure Pete Dunne wrestle next week on Monday.
Who he wrestle?
Spencer.
I get to see four ghosts. I get to see four
What now?
ghosts. Oh, he wrestle. Is that a chamber qualifier match? Gotta be right.
No, I think it's just a little rivalry match. Because
Little
remember they
side
beat him
match.
or he beat him a couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
and then uh I can't. Did he beat Louis Kaiser? I know Louis Kaiser came out and attacked
Yeah,
him.
yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah, so Pete Dunne was coming out after that match. Louis Kaiser attacked him. Then last week Pete Dunne was like, "I don't need your help," blah blah blah. So Pete Dunne got the match this week. So I'm
Oh
interested
yeah.
if they do that.
Oh, I can't wait to do that on my dog. I can't wait to do that on my dog.
You get to see greatness in person with Roxanne and Pete Dunne and AJ.
I do. Now this is my second time seeing my dog AJ. So like, the first time was lit, but it was a little dark days. That was the Jinder Mahal days. I ain't gonna lie. So it was a little tough times. Still. But it's okay though. It's okay. And that's the first time I ever seen a WWE Championship handed over in a dark match. It's the first time I ever
That
seen
is
that.
crazy. That is crazy.
So that was pretty cool. But
Yeah, I was
one
gonna say.
thing,
I think it's only happened a few times on a live event. I know. I think Samoa Joe won the belt
right?
on a live event. I think he did twice. I think he did it NXT. Maybe it was just NXT, but I feel like he did it twice.
I don't know why they did that. I forgot what event.
Only.
We were a one stop shop from Survivor Series. We was the show
Yeah,
before Survivor Series
yeah,
because
because they wasn't doing gender versus Brock.
yeah, they wasn't doing that. They wasn't doing Jennifer vs. Brock. And I remember they all. I remember the Shield came down, and it was crazy. It was crazy work. Y'all saw the Shield. I saw the Shield the last time I was in Charlotte.
That was Shield versus New Day.
No, it was maybe
Or was that 2017 or 18?
no, because they was still doing Team Raw, Team SmackDown, and the Shield was on Team Raw,
Okay, so that was 17 because
and Raw was invading, and yeah, Raw was
18 was
invading SmackDown.
18 was Brock versus Daniel. 17 was Brock versus AJ.
Yeah, 2017. It was a good. It was
My
a
two
damn good show.
my two goats gave that boy some. Hey, actually, my three goats gave that boy back to back classics. AJ, then Daniel Bryan, then Ray. Respectful. Come
Respect
on
your
now.
goats, huh?
Come
Respect
on
your
now.
goats. Respect your goats.
And Brock only worked with certain people. Just know. Just saying.
Shout out Brock Lesnar, man. You know what it is. Shout out Brock Lesnar. Matches. His matches. His matches. I ain't got nothing to do with his personal life. Oh, my mama. So
That
look.
reminded me. I was just watching the video, and Kenny Beecham was like, "Shout out Genghis Khan," and then he was like, "Actually, I don't know nothing about bro. Don't shout him out." And then the first comment said, "Shout out Genghis Khan is crazy."
No,
I was like, maybe I need it.
that's actually real deal crazy. What you mean you don't know nothing about Genghis Khan? Yeah, that is real deal crazy. Now listen, shout out what Brock has done for the WWE, not like what he on that side. Shout out to what he did
Right.
with UFC too. You can't forget that. But yeah, man, I'm excited for Monday. So we just gonna get this out the way. We gonna just go into what we not feeling. Because this could take a good portion of the show. I feel like we got a lot maybe that we not feeling. So let's go ahead and get our roaming on. Hold on.
I'm not feeling it.
At all. What's up, Reek? I said that like Kendrick.
Say Drake.
Hey, what you not feeling? Let's go. Let's start with you real quick.
Let's see, because the thing that I was gonna start the show with, we got a little segment for that, so I'll wait. Let's see if there's anything off the top of the dome. All right, so what direction are they trying to go with MJF? Like, are they just trying to make Brett just beat up on all the old people, like Legend Killer, Randy Orton type shit? Or is he running out of people to get in the ring with, so they put him in there with Dustin Rhodes and Jeff Jarrett?
I mean, like we've said in the past, we both said this that we feel like MJF is being failed. This is another example.
Now, this upcoming feud that it's looking like they're about to do with Hangman could change that, could fix that. But it's like, even then, like, what? Hangman just took out Jeff Jarrett like a month ago. Maybe not even a month. Might still be like 3 weeks. It might be a little bit more than that. And now he's coming out to stop him from taking out Dustin Rhodes. I'm like, that don't really make sense either. So it's like, is Hangman supposed to be a good guy? Like, he's getting cheers. So it's like, is he a good guy? Is he just a tweener? Is he a heel that the fans still love? Like, I'm trying to figure that whole thing out. Like, that ain't really making sense. Yeah. So really, it's just when are we gonna get these old ass motherfuckers out of AEW, bro? And I don't mean like out of there, just like, can we stop trying to make them seem like formidable, like legitimate, like world champion, like contenders? Like, why? Like, we asked for WWE to start doing that 5 years ago, 6 years ago. And AEW is like, yeah, we gonna be different. And 6 years later, now they're doing it with Jeff Jarrett's, Chris Jericho's, and Christians, and Cubs. and Dustin Rhodes is shit. Even Sting up until last year. So it's like I get wanting to have like some older guys on there for star power, but it ain't like people tuning in for Dustin Rhodes. People not tuning in for Chris Jericho in 2025. People not tuning in for Cope in 2025. Like they could be on the show for sure, but having them on there is like trying to make them seem like real formidable talents when you got young talent that you could do that with, like a Daniel Garcia, a Hook. You're like, nah, let's put Hook in this 3-4 month long feud with Chris Jericho. Just killing momentum.
I gotta say, I agree, and I agree because it's not mingling well. Like when you got old guys, I mean, and that was a problem WWE was having. Like we was cool with the old guys.
Mm-hmm.
It was just the old guys were coming in and having main event type like Goldberg matches. Like now, WWE still does a little bit like, but I feel like it has to be earned. You know what I'm saying? Like the Cena
Mm-hmm.
thing, it's been earned, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's earned. Goldberg, that shit. I mean, it was cool the first time, right? Because it's like, oh shit, Goldberg. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the shock factor.
The shock factor, damn. But then it got repetitive, over and over and over.
Once he beat Kevin Owens, it was like, all right, y'all tripping.
Bro, he squashed.
Like we was mad when
Brock.
Brock Lesnar was doing it. We talking about Goldberg, bro.
He squashed Brock,
The dude that nobody could beat
and
for
that's the
years
part
and years.
that. And that's the part that had me like, bro. I just watched Brock drop Cena on his noggin 17 to 20 times, and Goldberg just
No, he
squashed
broke the streak and then
him.
turn around and get smacked by Goldberg.
He did break the streak, which didn't need to be broken. I feel like, but I mean, you know, it's neither here or there. You know,
Especially by not someone that's already established. Brock Lesnar is Brock Lesnar, regardless if he break that streak.
yeah, I couldn't believe that. I mean, I'm not feeling that either, really, because I just saw an interview with Michelle McCool talking about it, and I was like, damn, yeah, I don't know
I did
why
too.
like they did that shit. Like,
Yeah, I did too. She looked, never mind.
neither here or there. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like
Shout out to Michelle McCool though. Hall of Fame. She deserved that.
she definitely deserved that for sure. And shout out to her talking about Lay Cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you remember whenever we was making our dream matchups, and I would say I feel like nobody talking about Lay Cool. I'm glad she brought Lay Cool back up, bro, because that I feel like that was the first time as in my life where I was starting to take like women's wrestling serious. I mean, bro, because be honest, bro, like we was watching
They
penny
did.
matches and car wash competitions.
Lingerie,
Yeah, lingerie matches.
bikini contests.
Definitely not a image of a young man should be looking at upon women. Like that's not what
Like
women
we
are
was
about,
like
bro.
7, 8, 9 years
Yeah, we
old.
7, 8.
That's
That's
all
not
we
what
were
women
seeing
are
on
about, y'all.
TV
Women are not
at
brothers,
all.
bro. They're not
At
brothers.
all.
So don't do that. But yeah, man. So shout out Michelle McCool, but I low key just forgot what I was not feeling. What did I say I wasn't feeling? Because I feel like I just started not feeling that streak. Like, no, I didn't even say I wasn't feeling that. I was agreeing with you.
Yeah, he's in there. Yeah.
Sentiment. Yeah, I agree with you, man. I don't. AEW kind of stale for me right now because of that main reason. Like, I'm kind of confused within the placement of the older talent. And then you got your younger talent going off, and there has to be some type of rules and regulations, bro. Like you got some of your best young talent going off and doing Mount Everest climbings and movies, and then you got people behind the scenes that are capable of wrestling, but you got them in catering, and you just won't let them go. So like,
Because he hurt one of them old motherfuckers' feelings
so I don't know, man.
in a regular promo.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That shit was whack.
He got cooked. I mean,
They better pray. They better pray Ricky Starks don't go to WWE and make hella money. They better pray, or they gonna look crazy for choosing old ass Edge, Adam Copeland, Cope, over Ricky
he
Starks.
bro. You know how much money he gonna make, bro? His debut was, bro. In WWE, the funny thing about WWE, they so petty, low key, because, bro, when Penta was coming out, and you remember where I was like, oh, they kind of spoiled it. They done dropped the merch. All
Yep.
that. They didn't drop no merch, no nothing. Just sticky.
They didn't drop a song. He didn't say a name.
Wife beat her on. We just went out there.
Just went out there and bit and was Ricky Starks. That's all he needs
It's
to
one
do.
of the most viewed moments in NXT history already. So, yeah, man, he's gonna make waves, bro. He's gonna make waves. He's gonna do great. That's why I'm definitely tuning in tonight because I gotta see. He's gonna pop up somewhere. I just don't know when. But I'm also not feeling if we're doing this. What are we doing with Trick? What's going on with this?
Yeah, he fighting what, Eddie Thorpe.
What are we doing with Trick? Why? Come on now. It's time. Like, I'm not.
This need to be his last match. And he need to win.
His last match should have been against. Right. Like,
No way he put over Eddie Thorpe. I'm sorry.
it's looking likely.
Fuck no, I'm not going for that. We riding. Where they at tonight?
They with you.
They in DC?
Yes.
Oh,
They with you.
I'm sick.
How far are you from DC?
like an hour.
Because I
Close.
was going. I ain't gonna lie. Because SmackDown was there last night. And yeah. So they
Mhm.
there tonight too. So I ain't gonna lie, Reek. If I didn't have to then get up this morning, I was thinking about like, because y'all about 5 hours. I was like, damn, would I drive 5 hours out there? And then I was like, yeah, I would. But I mean, I feel like tickets ain't
About
that
50
bad.
miles from here.
Damn, how far is that?
Yeah, but it sounds crazy.
50 miles sound a little walk.
It's a little about an hour and a half.
Not a
To a-
bad
to a
drive.
train station.
Not a bad drive. Not a bad drive.
Because I'm assuming this Capital One Arena.
Might not be. No.
Or Entertainment and Sports Arena. One of those two. Gotta be Capital One, I feel like. And that's an hour and 20.
I've never actually been to NXT before.
I went once. That's when they still like Aleister Black, I think Adam Cole was choosing. Velveteen Dream was still there too. I want to say Rhea Ripley was there. I could be wrong. Pete Dunne was there. I'm about 90% sure. I could be wrong about that too. That was like 2018, maybe.
I ain't been in it. I don't think I ever been. Cause I've been to Raw, SmackDown. Well, I've been to SmackDown, Raw once. It'll be Raw again on. I've been to SmackDown twice for Raw once. Vengeance Day when I was a kid.
That's a throwback for you.
It is, ain't it? And yeah, Raw. So it'll be 2 SmackDowns, 2 Raws, 1 Vengeance Day. They need to start bringing more. I wish they brought more PLEs to Charlotte, bro. Like they brought NXT to Charlotte. They brought it might have been Vengeance Day again. It was Vengeance Day. Vengeance Day NXT was in Charlotte last year. Wesley was still champion, so it had to be like 2 years ago.
That was early.
Yeah, so yeah, he was North American champion at the time. Yeah, so yeah, yeah, bro. I need to catch one, but there ain't really no reason for me to go now. I mean, I feel like in my current fandom, like I like to see Obafemi, but let's say if Trick was to go up, then I mean, yeah, I don't know.
It's like,
take it otherwise.
yeah, the people that I would want to see Julia in person, but I could low key wait. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not a dire need. Like,
When did I go see?
hell yeah.
No way I went in 2020. The shit was closed down by then. When the hell did I go?
I'm not feeling that, bro. If he put over Eddie Thorpe tonight, bro, I don't really know how I'm gonna feel. I feel
I'm gonna be
like
sick, bro.
I feel like he definitely moving up at that point though.
He does. I think he moved on regardless, but it's like In NXT, they always lose their go away match. Unless your name is Oscar.
Right.
But like Sasha Banks lost her last match. Charlotte lost their last match, I want to say, but they weren't supposed to lose that match. But they lost their match to it. Emma and Dana Brooke,
Whoa.
which was crazy. It was Charlotte and Becky versus Emma and Dana Brooke, and they won. But Becky was supposed to kick out. But didn't, so they ended up losing the match. And that was their last match of NXT
So she
at
sold.
that point. Yes.
Becky sold.
Yeah, because if you see Charlotte face and like and Emma and Dana Brooks face, like they're like, and that was on a takeover too. So it wasn't even like just a regular like NXT show. That was on
Yeah.
the takeover. So I was like, damn, because we was all like, what the fuck? And I got on Twitter and they was like, yeah, they was not supposed to win that.
They were they. That was not. That was
I
not the
said,
play.
damn. That reminds me. I just saw the when Caitlyn threw Eve over the top rope and became the number one contender, and Layla said that, and now still like, because Eve was supposed to win, but she lost, but she like fell over the top rope, and she like fell, and then it's like they just had to play it off. They weren't even trying to say that she was like number one contender at the next pay per view. They was just like, oh, she'll get a title shot down the line because she wasn't supposed to win that shit.
That's bad, bro. They try to wave it in front of your face to forget. Like, we forget.
They try to say, yeah, she'll eventually get a title shot.
Bro,
She gonna lose that
crazy,
motherfucker.
though. During the Vince era, though, they always killed that. Like, bro,
Yeah.
oh, they're gonna forget.
And Caitlyn thought she was gonna get fired,
I mean,
but Eve said it was her fault. So like, what? So, I don't know how much Vince cared about that, but you know, Vince will fire your ass for some small shit.
in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat, boy.
So what you not feeling? It's the first thing you not feeling.
That's what I was saying. What we doing with Trick was what I would, number one, what I
Okay.
wasn't feeling. Number two, what I'm not feeling is, work can't stop the support. I'm here. That's love. You already know. Yo, brother, typing in one time. Shout out my dog. Every week, always here. Always appreciate it.
Shout out,
I'm not
bro.
feeling I don't know if I'm feeling the way Solo moving right now. I don't know if I'm feeling that.
He look kind of scary.
You lost Ula Father, now you scary? You bro, come on, bro. You ain't had it that long. G.
You really did, and you never even like really stole it.
held it. Yeah.
You really
This ain't the
stole
Solo-
that
this
shit.
ain't the- So you telling me the man that sat beside Roman Reigns whenever they was like Solo gonna be tribal chief, Roman was laughing, Solo looked and Roman stopped laughing. This the dude that's
Yeah.
now he's scary. I get Jacob scary. And he will dog walk your ass as he's told many people in the past.
He tell everybody that shit now. I love that
You
shit.
can't be scary now. Yeah, I don't know.
He told Drew, dog walk him. That's it.
Drew-
I need to see it.
Drew's getting whooped by the whole fam. He getting super kicked. I said, dang. So, and WWE not slick, bro. They gonna make Jimmy about to be just as over with that yeet. I'm telling you, he starting to put it in motion every time he do so. So he's gonna be over too.
That no yeet. So it was
Yeah.
July 25th. It was 2019 when I went to see that show. I just finally found it. Velveteen was still North American champion. That's how long ago that shit was. That's just going crazy.
That boy sold.
Man.
That boy sold pretty bad. Yeah,
I was definitely shocked to see the way, because the way Jacob was pulling up, like the way he went to the rope, I said, hold on.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro.
He moving like he wants smoke.
Like, bro, where's Solo at? I'm like, bro, whoa, like, whoa. Solo stood up, bro, quick, like, you know what I'm saying? He wearing all white. Now, what that mean? What the all white mean? Come on, what that mean? He exiled? What that mean? What's going on?
I'm saying
I don't know what's going on with Solo, but he need to
he's
act
moving
right.
real
Solo,
scary, bro.
you was just moving different. Not even a month ago. There ain't no way, bro. I mean, that's why I said, and which led me to my other I'm not feeling it, which was Damian Priest winning that match later in the night to go into the chamber when I felt it should have been Jacob, but now I feel like I'm starting to see the direction. What's going on?
I'm tired of Damian, bro.
Bro, how many times I gotta tell you to chill on El Campeon? How many times?
He cool, but they be making this dude seem like he just top of the top. Like, no. I'm sorry, bro. No, bro. No. Like, I know he's not gonna win this chamber, but the fact that like in the back of my mind, I'm like, he could win on some bullshit. And like the thought of like a Cody Rhodes, Damian Priest WrestleMania match just pisses me off.
That's not happening,
Cause
bro.
I know, but it's like
But it's like
the
it
way they be
could.
booking, dude. The way they be booking, bro. He really could. Like, oh, he had a great year. He deserved, that 1-on-1 at
But bro,
WrestleMania
like,
because last year he won it in a briefcase and he didn't really get to really win it on some bullshit. Like Nick John Cena really worked for his shit. Like if it's Damian Priest that have it, then it's easier for Cena. Like there's ways that they can make that shit happen, and I'll be so mad.
but I feel like they only throwing him in there to further. Whoa. Listen, bro, I just feel like I just I just feel like it's to further the Drew. I feel like it's to further the Drew and Damian story, bro. I don't know what's going. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know no more Ghost.
What
Ghost,
the
I ain't gonna lie, you
fuck?
just threw me, bro. You threw me, Ghost. You're done.
He was wilding last week on me and Bryce Pod. He was talking about like he asked if I was like dating Satu or some wild shit. Me and Bryce was like, the fuck?
Welcome in, bro.
The fuck? Oh
Welcome
man.
in. But that's all I
Oh
feel like
my
they doing though, Reek,
gosh.
for real. I feel like they about to build this Drew and Damian possible WrestleMania story, bro. Maybe. Maybe.
Why?
I don't know, bro. I don't there's too
I
there's
knew
too
I
much
probably
going
seemed like
on.
a huge Damian Priest hater, but there's a solid little middle ground. Like he if they do like a multi-man United States title match, put him in there. I'm cool. Put him in there. But like Drew having the year he had, and then just having like a singles match against Damian Priest, and that's not even just to disrespect Damian Priest. It just feels like you put him in that singles match. Like, what does that singles match? What does that win do for Drew McIntyre? And who's to say he even wins that shit? That's the problem. That don't forward Drew's character at all, in my opinion. Like, there's no way he had this career year just for him to have just a regular match
So
against
what do you
Damian
do with
Priest.
Drew McIntyre?
I have no idea. He got to be in some. I don't know, man. He got to be in something. Because
Do
Kevin
you
Owens
think
got Drew, Seth got Roman, possibly CM Punk too. Maybe it's a triple threat with CM Punk or with Cena, Cody, and Drew.
CM Punk, Cody, and who?
No, like Cena, Cody, and Drew.
They can't do that, bro.
Why not?
They can't do that.
Drew said last night he tired of being called the other. He said, and then Drew McIntyre. What the hell that mean? You feel disrespect? So he gonna disrespect y'all go and your future go.
And that's the problem. Who future go? You know what? Hold that. What you mean? Who future go?
The masses future goat, Cody Rhodes.
I'm not not even mad at Kadarius Rhodes. Like he cool. Like you know what I'm saying. In the beginning, I was hating on Cody. I ain't gonna lie. In the beginning, because I was
You
like,
said in the beginning, like you wasn't hating on bro for like 2-3 years.
nah, it won 2-3 years for sure. It won 2-3 years. It won 2-3 years.
When he won the belt, you was like, that nigga should even have won that shit.
I said that, but I also said it's best for business. I did say that. I said it's best for business. You know what I'm saying? In my head, though, come on, bro.
It wasn't that long ago that you was like, see, this what happens when you let Cody beat Roman.
Bro, you know why I said that? Because look, bro, motherfuckers, bro, Tariq, come on, bro. People now say Cody need to lose at WrestleMania. He's still. What I tell you, bro? I said
Okay, but people were saying the same thing about Roman. But people knew there was gonna be. They knew there was more to the story, so they was cool with it. We just don't know what is next in Cody's story. But if it's that motherfucking Homelander, niggas gonna be all right. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro.
And we don't know that for certain. That's the thing. We don't know that.
Yes,
for
you
certain.
do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
We don't know
Yes,
that.
you do.
We don't
Yes,
know
you
that,
do.
Reek. We don't.
We
know.
do.
Because
We
that's
do.
a behind. That's a look. I
We
mean,
asked.
you know
We
what?
asked for Roman as a heel for how many years? We knew that shit was gonna work, and it did. You mean to tell me if John Cena turned heel, that shit wouldn't have worked?
No, I'm
It
not
would
saying
have
if it
worked.
turn. I'm not saying if it'll work. I'm saying I don't know if we're gonna get it from a business standpoint.
Oh no, I don't know if we are either, but we need to.
I mean,
From
I
a
ain't gonna
business
lie though.
standpoint, it's still gonna do numbers.
I'm not
It's
gonna
still
lie.
gonna
That's what
give
I'm
you
saying.
massive
It's
money.
Triple H. It's Triple H. It's not Vince. I feel like if Triple H was in charge during the Cena era, Cena would have been a heel at least once.
Because Roman was leading in merch.
I mean, he the tribal chief.
If you fuck with Roman Reigns as a heel and a face, you fuck with Roman Reigns. If you fuck with Cody as a heel or as a face, you can fuck with him as a heel, unless you're like 7 years old, and they not buying it anyway. Their parents buy it, so that shit don't matter. They still gonna be there in the seats to boo.
All I was look. All I'm saying is I respect
You got Jay, you
Kadarius
good.
Rhodes. I respect Kadarius Rhodes, bruh. Like he cool. I wasn't
See,
hating on Cody. No, but I was there's different levels of hating though. I was legit hating on that nigga when he came back, like no cap, because I was like, we didn't forget you was a jobber, bro. We did not forget that.
that's crazy.
Bro, he came back and whooped Seth 3 times with a torn peg.
You need it. I definitely didn't agree with him beating him 3 times, especially not with the torn peg.
I was
But
like, come on, bro. That's like, bro,
you knew what it was gonna be. You knew what it was gonna be when he came back. Because if he did it, if he came back and they bullshitted bro again,
Yeah,
it was gonna
you're
fuck
right.
up a lot of shit. It was gonna be. They was gonna fuck up a lot of shit.
I mean, I feel like they would have fucked up a bunch of people coming back for sure.
Yeah, but they even want to mess up some people that were there. Like Punk doesn't come back for one, but they also you do that. Who's to say that doesn't ruffle the feathers of guys like Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn type shit?
That's true.
Drew was also he's had 2 different contracts that he would have to do. You think if they fuck up Cody, he might not leave? Not saying that like as a like he he fucks with Cody or anything like that. It's just like damn, like y'all brought bro back just to do this with him. Like
Right.
I might have to get up out of here before y'all do this shit. Bobby probably would have left earlier. Like just small shit like that. Like it's just ripple effects if you bring him back and don't do what you're supposed to do. Now I'm not saying give him the fucking
The
undefeated
Rocket,
streak and all that shit.
which they did. They
Ah, they
gave
gave him a
my boy
delayed rocket. They gave him a delayed rocket. He took a few losses. He got his
Yeah,
Cena Mania
yeah,
loss.
he
He
took
lost to
his Brock,
Drew.
Took his Brock loss.
He lost to Brock.
Yeah, he took some L's.
So yeah.
I ain't mad at Cody, man. He's smooth. He be having me weak though. I ain't gonna lie. Like he's not a bad champion, bro. Like I enjoy everything that he's done. Like personally, I've enjoyed everything he's done, and he's made the most out of everything he's done. He had to come back to the Bloodline story, which I mean, we didn't think he was gonna have to come back to the Bloodline story, and he made the most out of it. He made the most out of working with Logan Paul. So
Yeah.
I ride with Cody, bro. Like I just feel like it sucks for him. I feel like what sucks for Cody in the position he in is you're the guy, like you're the man of the company, but there's a bigger guy. Like that sucks, bro. Like that, and there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah, but he don't show up, so that shit don't matter.
Yeah, that's true, but when he do,
but it's not often enough for it to be like a real problem. We've seen Roman what 3 times in the last 4 months.
We might not see him till Mania, bro.
That's what I'm saying. So like it's not gonna affect Cody bottom dollar, and that's really all that matters. Because every week he comes out, whether or not Roman's on that card, he's getting one of the loudest pops of the night. It's either him or it's Jay or Rhea, because Rhea gets some crazy pops too. LA Knight
Not gonna
is
lie,
like up there.
the Yeet Man, he's up.
Yeah, but that's because he's got this.
The Yeet Man is up.
So if he like you got to do it's this and like the crowd versus the whoa. The whoa last night was loud as shit.
Of course, it's always loud.
That's what I'm saying. So like that's what you gotta because there's like a couple different pops throughout Cody's song. So it's the doom doom when the shit first hits, the crowd goes crazy. Then they sing the song, then the whoa, you gotta gauge how loud the whoa is, and then the second whoa on the rope. After that, I mean, it's not like they're not, and then basically they're just singing the song the rest of the way. But Jay's, it's like Daniel Bryan shit. Like when Daniel Bryan was coming out, they was loud as hell because it was yes, yes, yes the whole time he was coming out. Yeet, or with Jay Uso, they yeet, yeet the whole time, and the crowd's hands going like this. So it looks insane. It looks like a soccer event.
That shit
Like this
is.
shit's crazy.
That shit
This shit is crazy. Honestly, this shit really is crazy.
It's like no cap. When I was in there, like I said, bro, Bon Secours, small as hell. It was so loud, bro. I was convinced motherfuckers walking by outside, bro. Let me tell y'all something about Jey Uso, bro, real quick. Like no glazing shit, no glazing shit. When me and Jew was leaving SmackDown, we passed by the buses where the wrestlers would leave at, bro. There was a long ass line, bro. Long line. To where Jay was gonna come out at, bro. And I'm talking down the road. And I'm talking when people were leaving in cars, people was bumping, bro. In which bro, come on, bro. They bumping my man's entrance song down the road.
That's
bro.
crazy.
Bumping his song down the road. Matter of fact, next time
That's
Drew's
crazy.
here, if Drew come, next time she on camera, I'm gonna tell her. I'm gonna tell y'all, bro, because in my head, I was like, bro, this is probably some of the craziest shit I ever seen. Like,
Y'all might see it Monday.
no, we seeing that Monday. If Gunther don't beat him up in the parking lot or something, bro, you know they ain't gonna 10
No,
weeks.
I mean like at the end of the night.
Oh yeah, we might. Well, actually, I don't know where they be parking the buses at in Charlotte, bro. I do. Like, it's around back, but you ain't gonna reach that point. I don't know how South Carolina was very open. Like where Kevin Owens attacked Randy, you can literally see like if you were walking on the street, you probably could see like where they was filming at.
Damn.
Because it was
Oh yeah.
open. It's very open. It's like the buses were on the road.
Yeah,
Literally
I know what
see
you're
it.
talking about.
And I was
Yeah, I
like,
remember. Yeah, I remember now. Because everything was out in the open. Like all them buses, like they was. Yeah, I remember.
everything. It was kind of weird. Like the road is blocked off at the top, kinda, and then but you can see down. Like all the buses were in the line, but you can still walk down there. Like they wasn't like, hey, ain't nobody down here, but they was just blocking off so nobody pulled down there. But you can see everything. Cause I was like, damn, like, cause whenever they was on the jumbotron and KO attacked Randy, I was like, Drew, ain't that when we walked in at? Like we walked in around that area. I was like, bro, they just out in the open. So, you know, like I said, he's done me over. I mean, I'm proud. I'm saying I'm proud. Like I've created these gimmicks or whatever. But I'm just saying, like, as a fan, it's good to see. We ain't gotta, cause when we was kids, bro, we had to wait all night, depending on who you was a fan of. You had to wait all night for a pop. You know what I'm saying? Like you had to get through the murky matches to get to the good stuff. Like now, all right, we can get Jay opening the show. We can get a Roman barely opening the show. We can get a Cody opening the show. Midway through, we get CM Punk, Seth, Rhea. Like we got so many stars now, and it's amazing, bro. Can't believe I didn't mention Bianca. I'm a pop every time she come out. So, I mean, yeah, I'm a pop every time.
I'm on my own.
Yo, did the Street Profits turn up on SmackDown?
They had another promo last night.
Was it good?
There's a little meme-worthy video out of it. There's Montez like, yeah, I like that. And I was like, oh, damn, they about to get his ass. And then I got on Twitter. And it was
It
like,
was on
"Yep,
them.
we got our new Montez Ford meme." I said, "Damn, that was quick."
So what's the plan? What's the plan with them right now?
They probably wait until WrestleMania to get their moment. They trying to push it because DIY is supposed to fight Pretty Deadly for the titles next week. Street Profits probably pull up for that because this week it was Legato versus Mercy the Machine Guns. So what I think is gonna happen is gonna be a triple threat tag team match at WrestleMania. Maybe a fourth. Maybe we're Pretty Deadly in there, depending on how this ends
I mean, I
or
feel like
how it ends next
that's
week.
what it needs to be. They've all been in
Yeah,
it for a minute.
yeah. And
So and
then
I which
they'll
sucks
probably make it
because
a ladder
I want to
match
see that
just because it's a tag team match. They'll probably make it a ladder match. There's always one ladder match
Mania cards.
on
At
WrestleMania.
least night one or night two.
It's either gonna be a multi-man tag team ladder match or it's gonna be a multi-man uh mid card title ladder match. So whichever way, I think either way, that's where the Street Profits get their
Get they
moment.
shine. Which I hope they
They
have a
have to.
lengthy reign, like at least 6
They have
months.
to.
Like at least.
Once they get it, they probably shouldn't even lose that shit for a minute for real. There's no reason for them to.
Right.
They waited. They haven't had a championship since 2021.
Yeah.
There's no way y'all can tell me that 4 years they shouldn't have had at least 2 reigns by now.
Right.
They're
So it should be
one-time
lengthy.
tag team champions
You think it should be a little
because they
better?
got it quick when they came up.
Right.
So like it took them a long time to get the NXT belts. They finally got the NXT belts. Then they came out to Raw, got them, and then they got switched for the SmackDown belts. So they'll try to tell you that they're 2-time champions, but they're really 1-time champions.
Right.
And they haven't won a belt since then. So they haven't been champions since 2021. There's no way you're telling me that all the tag teams that have been that these tag teams have just been better than. Now I get like at one point it was the undisputed tag titles and the Usos had it. But the best tag team to be besides Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn because of the story, the best tag team that could have taken it off of them was them two. So why weren't they the guys to get it at last year's WrestleMania? They could have got one of them belts. A-Town Down did not need that shit. But hey, I don't book shows. I just watch them. I was lucky a little more. I ain't gonna lie. Little Barsky. I be rapping sometimes. I'm lying. No, I don't.
I do. But y'all ain't gonna hear that until I drop my first album.
Okay. Called Peasky.
Here we go. Here we go. You know what I said? All right, look. Let's talk about these awards real quick because I feel like we can just get it. Let's talk about these awards, y'all. So, if y'all didn't know, there's Pro Wrestling Awards every year. I mean, if you're into that type of stuff, if you're not into that type of stuff, be thankful because they're terrible. So,
Facts.
I mean, I really don't know where to start, but I'm just gonna go down the line and ask you if you agree. If you don't agree, tell me why. So, Reed, I mean, we went through these already, y'all. Not gonna lie, so I already know his answer. But Wrestler of the Year, we had. I'm just gonna name the top 3. We had Cody Rhodes, Ospreay, and Bryan Danielson. Good list.
Yeah, I think that's a solid 3. I don't remember where Swerve landed. Swerve has to be in there somewhere, in my opinion.
Swerve
But I'm not mad at those
landed.
3.
Swerve landed at 5.
Who was that for?
Mystico.
All right, bro. That's fucking Sin Cara. We're not going.
Really?
Yes.
Shout out my dog. You doing big things. No,
Not when they disrespecting our dude like that. Hell no. He was not better than Swerve.
You right. My fault.
But
Lost plot.
I will say 4 of that top 5 is good. It can go either way between those 4, in my opinion. I think Bryan Danielson had a crazy year just because he was literally just trying to have every match that he possibly could before his full-time career stopped. Ospreay came into AEW, went on a tear. And then Swerve, I mean, he won the championship, had a great reign, had it was the feud was towards the end of the year of 2023, I guess, or maybe it was like uh, beginning of 2024. I don't really know how their years go, but Swerve had a really good year as well. So, but this latter half hasn't been as good. Like after he lost the title, it hasn't been as good. So it makes sense that he didn't finish in like the top three. But I'm not mad at Cody being number one because I mean he won the belt. He's had a pretty good reign with it. Anything that he's been in, he's pretty much turned to gold. So we can't really complain too much. And he for sure had the best like storybook ending. It was probably between him and Brian at Wembley.
For sure.
Or not Wembley, it's in Washington.
All right. I mean, we have. Let's go to the tag team of the year. We got Young Bucks number 1, Fraxium 2, FTR 3, Sting and Darby Allin 4, and I do not know how to pronounce 5, but
This just tells me the tag team divisions were weak this year. And that's to my point about Street Profits not being tag team champion. Like, if they had been tag team champions and had a good reign, they'd be on this list for sure. And I can't tell you the last time they probably been on this list. Probably haven't been on this list since probably 2022. But
that's rough.
in my opinion, Fraxium should be number 1. They've gone to TNA and had good matches. They've had good matches with damn near every tag team at NXT. And theirs is not even just, oh, they're just going out and having banger matches. Like they're telling stories throughout because they've been telling the story of them potentially breaking up throughout this entire run, and they haven't. And it's still been a really good story with a really good like in ring title reign.
Right.
Like I don't know if there's been a better NXT tag team title reign ever, and they've had some really good tag teams between the Revival, American Alpha, Undisputed Era, Street Profits. Even if you go back even further than that, like Buddy Murphy and freaking Wesley Blake and all them tag teams. Like there were some great tag teams in NXT. Even Braun and Baron Corbin a couple last year. That was a good little tag team. So it's like NXT has always had really good tag teams, and I could argue that this has been the best one they've ever had.
No cap. And I feel like that's not a crazy statement to make. I mean, like I said, bro, the Frank Simmons fine thing is dummy tough. I just think I love watching their matches, bro. Like anytime they're in there with anybody, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be fire, just because of the dynamic that they bring to the ring in general. So I thought they deserved a dub. Not gonna lie, that sucks for them.
Yeah.
We got best weekly TV show. All right. Dynamite number 1, SmackDown 2, Raw 3, CMLL, and AEW Collision. And NXT was 6.
People have been complaining about AEW specifically Dynamite for the last year and a half, maybe 2 years. Yet this is the best. Damn. I don't know if y'all can hear that shit, but bro, it's tweaking.
We can't hear you good.
Sheesh. Just fucking screaming. But I don't even know what the hell I was saying now. That shit threw me all the way off.
People
the
have not,
booking. Or AEW. Yeah, people haven't even liked Dynamite for the last year and a half. Maybe even longer than that. But you're trying to tell me that that's the best show. Like, SmackDown at one point had Roman on it. Damn near weekly. Like, so SmackDown and Raw is going into WrestleMania. Was way better than AEW television. Coming out of WrestleMania, you could argue maybe it's a toss-up at that point because they took a little break between like the big stories. Then once you have CM Punk and Drew on Raw every week, how is that not better? If that's the story, if that's the best feud of the year and that's on Raw, how is Raw not higher? Just curious. Even SmackDown, we got Cody Rhodes, you got Jacob Fatu coming in, you got the Bloodline coming back together. That was on SmackDowns. and Raw. So it's like I'm really just confused at how Dynamite was. But never mind. It's humans voting on it, and it's clear from from the stuff that I've seen from that company, they're very pro AEW. So I guess it shouldn't be super surprising.
Yeah. At the same time, yeah, I think it's outrageous. Um, this whole list is outrageous, bro. I just feel like there's no real logic to it. I mean, I don't see how like, I mean, let's say if you put Raw number one or SmackDown number one. I mean, I feel like that's subjective. It's the same company. I mean, but
Hmm.
like, at no point am I like, let's say hypothetically, if SmackDown moved to Wednesdays or Raw moved to Wednesdays,
Hmm.
you know what I'm tapping into. I'm just keeping it bucked out. So,
Yeah.
I mean, take that how you will. That's all I
Yeah.
can say. Take that
And
how you
if there
will.
was a pay per view at the same time on the same day, I'm watching WWE's first. Or I'm either watching them both at the same time, but the easier one to watch is going to be WWE because it's going to be on Peacock.
Right.
The AEW one, I'm going to have to search for and hope that it doesn't buffer a bunch. So it would be easier for me to go watch Peacock and then go find a way to watch AEW right after. But and I watch AEW weekly. I watch Dynamite and Collision every week. So it's not like
He does.
I only watch WWE. I watch all 4 shows, including NXT. I don't get to watch NXT live because I normally record my basketball show during that. But I go back and watch NXT weekly. So I watch all 5 shows. So I am not biased in any way. I watch all 5 shows and like different things about all 5 shows. So I'm not sitting here just caping for WWE. But there's no way you could tell me that Raw and SmackDown have been better than AEW this past year. Like, and specifically Dynamite. In Collision, we're not even talking about that. And I don't know how the hell y'all got NXT at 6. So y'all tweaking. Because when they really started turning up for CW
Yeah, it was nuts.
and they had the women, all them women come in at the same time, yeah, y'all tweaking, bro. The Carmelo trick, Ilya, that was all this year. Or that was all this past year. Y'all are tweaking. Y'all are fucking tweaking, bro.
Heat wave, all that.
Come on, bro. Y'all
All
tweaking.
that.
And then over Fibbies, yeah, come on, bro. Y'all are tweaking. We got fucking Javon Evans getting this fucking jaw smashed shut. Yeah, okay. Wesley and his boys, he turn on them. Yeah, but Dynamite better, Collision better, for sure.
On
Tweak
to
it.
the next. We have. Well, okay, so these that we are reading were all Category A awards, which means determined by points on a 5-3-2 basis. First place votes in parentheses. Um, so all of the ones that we just named, not all of them, but I skipped some. Not gonna lie, but
Hmm.
I guess we can do one more from Category A. Let's just do Pro Wrestling Match of the Year. Number 1 was Will Ospreay, Bryan Danielson. Number 2, Bryan Danielson Swerve. Number 3, Sting and Darby Allin versus Young Bucks. 4, Bryan Danielson versus Zack. 5, CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. 6 was Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. This is, I ain't gonna lie, this is bad, bro. This is actually bad. I feel like.
I'm not mad at the first two. I might flip the first two. I might have Swerve and Brian one, just because of the story of Brian winning and everything that
Right.
came with it. Because like Will Ospreay and Bryan Danielson had a crazy match, super like classic. But at the end of the match, neither of them won anything, so there wasn't like a huge story. The story ended up being like he hurt Bryan Danielson. He stopped doing um I can't remember what the name is called off the top of my head right now, but he stopped doing his finishing move that dropped people on their neck, and then eventually he did it again in the match that he needed to do to win the match. But I think pro wrestling, the matches are about the moves, yes, they're about the moments, yes, but they're also about the stories that are told in the match. And if it's about the stories, there's no way that Cody and Roman is number 6. And there's no way that CM Punk and Drew is number 5 if it's about stories too.
Let's see where they actually at. Yeah, you're at 5 for sure.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy to me. Like I really don't know how y'all could look at those 2 matches. One that being at the biggest show in pro wrestling every year, which is WrestleMania. Not arguing with nobody. It's the biggest show of the year. And then at Bad Blood, a 30, 40-minute Hell in a Cell match where we don't really see blood in WWE no more. And that shit wasn't even supposed to really happen the way it did. Like, Drew was really leaking for the last 20 minutes of that match. That match was insane. It had story in it. And you mean to tell me that Sting and Darby versus the Young Bucks is better than both of those? Sting and Darby versus the Young Bucks shouldn't even be top 10 for real. And I enjoyed the match.
Right.
I understand that it was Sting's last match, but that's not a top 10 match of the year. It's not. Like, Mercedes Moné and Chris Statlander, both matches better than that. Like, I don't know, bro. They be catering to certain people on this shit. That's really what it is.
I just feel like, in my opinion, I felt like I was surprised to not see any of Carmelo's and Andrade's matches on here. Me personally,
They don't watch SmackDown. That's clear. They don't watch SmackDown.
I would like.
They
to
had
say
SmackDown at what, 4, 5? They don't watch SmackDown.
I don't know, bro. Because even the honorable mentions, like,
They're probably all Ospreay matches.
quite literally.
I'm telling you, they cater to certain motherfuckers. Like, yes, Will Ospreay is a good wrestler, great wrestler, one of the best wrestlers in the world. But at a certain point, all the matches be the same. So how can they all be best match of the year?
Right.
What separates him from any other match if they're all that good? They're not all that fucking good. Like, come on, bro.
I mean, there's some WWE
We got
matches where I feel like, definitely deserve to be on this. So, like, in my eyes, like, not even the CM Punk, Drew, not even Cody Rhodes, Roman. Like, I'm talking like AJ Cody. Like, that was a once in a lifetime match that we might not even probably see again. So, like, matches like that, bro. Like, there were some hits in WWE. I feel like, and especially the past years. I'm talking like the in ring work of WWE. That's the thing that has me weak about WWE, bro. Like, yes, there's always been good in ring wrestlers in WWE, but not the whole roster, bro. I feel like now more of the roster is becoming that, to the point where we are judging the guys that are traditional WWE, like promos over. We're starting to say they ass because they right. But that's what we grew up on. So it's like
exactly.
So I don't know why this list shafted them so bad. I feel like it's disrespectful.
Because they don't watch it.
They don't watch it. Yeah, they don't watch the product.
And when they do, they just complain about it. Like, there's shit that we don't like, but 98% of it we enjoy. There's some shit that we don't like, but that's TV. That's television. There's shit.
Even the stuff that we don't like, we always follow up by saying, "Well, we gonna let Trips cook and see where it end up."
Same shit we say when we say something we don't like about AEW. People been shitting on that Death Riders storyline for how long? And I come here damn near weekly and say I still want to see where it's gonna go. I still enjoy that shit because we don't see enough stories like this. They just haven't told enough of the story part of it. They just keep doing the same shit week to week to week to week to week, and they just keep going from stable to stable to stable that they take out. And I'm like, okay, when y'all first started this, y'all was like, this is about saving AEW. Saving AEW from what? Why? What comes after that? Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. So at this point, the storyline is pointless. But I'm willing to wait to see where the storyline goes because I feel like it has to go somewhere. There's no way you took this much time for it to go nowhere.
Right. Yeah, man. We got to go to Category B. We ain't got to go crazy in the Category B. Like, some of these awards are dumb, like United States / Canada MVP. I don't even know why you need an award for that.
Nobody gives a fuck.
Nobody, yeah, like who cares where you're from? In my eyes, who cares where you're from? We all love wrestling.
For real.
I don't care if you're from Canada, U.S.,
Yeah.
Brazil, Mexico. If you
Facts.
fi, you fi. I feel like that's a dumb award to just be handing out.
It is. It's an award to be an award.
Yeah, literally though, because they have United States, Canada MVP, Japanese MVP, Mexico MVP, Europe MVP. Like, bro, y'all don't think everybody wants to be the best wrestler in the world? Don't nobody want to be the best wrestler in they area? Like, bro, we don't.
I'm the best in Canada.
Like,
You mean wrestling Canada game? Wrestling America. So what are we talking about? And what are they basing it off of? Like, if you're wrestling here, or if you're from there?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because I'm pretty sure Zack Sabre Jr. went in Japan. He's not Japanese.
Yeah, he did.
But he wrestled in Japan all year. So I don't understand what that shit's supposed to mean.
Yeah, United States Canada MVP. Cody Rhodes was number 1. Like, I mean, of course, right? Like, I mean, I don't know.
I mean, he literally is the American Nightmare. So damn near all his colors are the American flag. So.
I mean, they did a much better job at MMA. Like,
yes, they did,
which is crazy to me. Like, much better job. Okay, feud of the year: CM Punk, Drew McIntyre 1, Adam Page and Swerve Strickland number 2, Cody Rhodes versus Bloodline number 3, Tony Storm, Mariah May 4, Will Ospreay, Kyle Fletcher 5, which is very egregious. OG Bloodline versus Bloodline, MJF, Will Ospreay, Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley at 7. This is damn. They only got 11 votes, and they were 7. So I mean,
I'm more mad about the fact that the storyline went where it went instead of it actually being what it should have been. I think the injuries fucked that shit up. Like, Rhea wasn't supposed to get hurt when she got hurt, and that messed it all up. But I will say, Liv turned that in. Liv turned that in and still had a hell of a year out of that. So I feel like she deserves a lot of credit for that.
I just don't see why it was. I mean, I came on here and said what's the direction that they're going, but I wouldn't say it was a necessarily bad feud because a lot took. I mean, there was a lot of stars that branched from that feud. I mean, Rhea became larger than life. I mean, she already was, but even still more. I mean, Liv turned into a workhorse because that was her concerns back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, could she be a workhorse? And she was already doing it. I mean, Raquel came back. Dom became a bigger heel than he already was. Like, bro, plenty stemmed from that, bro. Like, I feel like some people got to stop looking at storylines about like, look where we're going and look at what we got. Look what stars we got. Yeah. Like, the Bloodline story was dragging, but if it didn't drag, I don't think we would get Jay how he is, Sammy how he is. Like, even KO. I mean, KO is KO, but a lot of his hatred and why he's such a good heel is because of the trauma he went through with the Bloodline. So, like, it's
Drew too.
Drew as well. It's a lot that stems from stuff like. That's what I'm saying about this Cody title reign. Like, yeah, it might be stale for y'all, but when Cody ain't got the belt no more and y'all ain't got nobody that make everybody look good, it might be trouble. Like, it might be trouble.
But they were also complaining about Roman not being there, and we need a champion that's gonna be there every week. Cody is there every fucking week.
Multiple shows.
Whether it's Raw or SmackDown, he's there. He be going NXT. Roman not doing that. Nobody and I'm telling you, like, you put the title on a Damian Priest, he's not doing that. Like, he gonna be there every week, but he's not gonna have that same impact that Cody is. Right. I'm just, I don't know, man.
And that's
my dog Hollis. What's good, gang? What's up, brother?
Shout out Hollis in that building. I just feel like I even told you a lot. Like, I enjoyed the Priest title reign. I did. I thought it was cool for what it was, but it's still.
We knew what it was gonna be.
Yeah,
right. We knew, like, that's not the face of your company championship. Exactly. Or like when he's got the championship, he's not the face of your company, and we knew that. That's the only thing. That's all that matters. So it's like, yeah, Cody's thing might not be like for you specifically, but he's the face of a multi-billion-dollar company. He's gonna have to do some shit that you're gonna be like, oh my gosh. It's like same shit with John Cena. John Cena, not every John Cena match or feud was great, but the ones that hit, they fucking hit.
Right.
Like,
they hit, bro. And like, I mean,
same shit with Roman. Like, not every Roman story and match hit, but when they did, it was peak television. Some of the greatest television we've ever seen.
There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it, man. It's real. I mean, wrestling will always be opinionated. I mean, which is what it's supposed to do. That's literally their job. They're supposed to make you react to something. So, but it's getting to a point where it's too far, bro. Like, people are taking it a little too far. We're complaining about the things that we shouldn't even be complaining about. Like,
I would love to see like what they would have complained about during the Attitude Era. Oh my God, The Rock won again.
I'm already knowing they gonna say we're getting the same two wrestlers every week. I know that's what they would do. That's exactly.
We only see The Rock and Stone Cold. There's a reason for that. Listen to the fucking crowd, dumbass.
Like, no, bro.
Listen to the crowd. Fuck you. Like, I can't believe Chris Jericho hasn't won a belt yet. Put the strap on Kurt.
Can't, bro.
Oh man,
it's crazy. Like, it's funny, bro. The audience is like, even looking at this list, like, it's gotten to a point where we're over critiquing people, bro. Like,
yeah,
Liv and Rhea having one of the worst feuds of 2024 is crazy work just because of their name.
When Chris Jericho still wrestling in 2025, that's crazy. Because every feud that he had over this past year was shitty, and I'm not even being hyperbolic. I'm not being hyperbolic. He's been trashed for like 2 years. The last good thing he did was a match with Will Ospreay. And name me a bad Will Ospreay match. Exactly. So that's not telling me a whole lot. Chris Jericho's been shitty for 2 years, at least. At least 2 years. So if you want to say anybody got some bad feuds, it's every feud that he's been in. Because this shit with Hook's momentum is completely gone. Damn near killed Daniel Garcia. Like, come on, man. And they did the same shit with Christian Hook. Like, why do y'all keep putting these young stars that need to be put on a different pedestal against these old ass dudes and then having these old ass dudes come out on top? So if you want to talk about booking, look at that shit. But
that's neither here or there, huh? Ain't that the motto of the show?
But so AEW Dynamite is a better show than Raw and SmackDown. But Triple H is a better booker. And Nick Khan is the best promoter. How does that make sense?
It does not make sense whatsoever.
Because they pay-per-views damn sure not better than the PLEs. So Triple H is only good at booking PLEs? That's what you tell me? But then y'all be mad that it's only 5 matches. So I'm really just kind of confused at that point. Or people just not paying attention and just not doing what they're supposed to be doing when they make a list like this.
They clearly not paying attention. Clearly not paying attention. Unless they gather different like pools, pools of people. Like unless it was different people that came in and out of that room, but what are the likelihoods of that? Very slim. So,
but see, like when they make lists like this, and this ain't even just the Wrestling Observer Network or whatever, or newsletter, whatever they call it. Like ESPN too, because ESPN is heavy WWE. Like they don't really cover AEW the way they cover WWE. Like you don't see AEW talent on a Sports Center or anything like that. Like Undertaker and Michelle McCool was just on Get Up. I ain't never seen no Swerve, no MJF, no Will Ospreay. Not saying that they need to be. I'm just saying they're not. So like when ESPN does their list, it's gonna be heavier towards WWE. There needs to be people that are watching both weekly and are doing unbiased lists, unbiased voting. You need to be watching all 5 shows a week. And if you want to talk about CMLL and Japan and all that shit, watch them shit too.
And especially in wrestling, like how can you be heavily biased when outside of AEW and WWE, because clearly they got feelings, but most of them have worked together before, so that's really why. But as a fan, how can you be as an AEW fan, how do you feel like you're important enough to bring in a sign to criticize a wrestler on another promotion. Just be a fan. Just be a wrestling fan. I don't.
It's because they hated WWE for so long, and then AEW came along, and they finally had something they could attach themselves to that wasn't WWE. So now, even though it hasn't gone the way that AEW talent and the promoter has hoped it was going to go, and fans had hoped it was going to go, they have to stay with that gimmick of their own.
Right.
They can't switch up now and be like, okay, like WWE is not terrible, WWE is not as bad as ever. Like, and even like there's people like that on the WWE side too. Like, oh no, AEW sucks. I'm never watching that. Like, at the end of the day, it's just wrestling. Like,
Right.
to have this much like pride in people that you don't know, people that you probably would never know, in a place that you don't work, it's just crazy to me. Like they literally are like, yeah, team blank blank blank. For what? They're not even like they're really like going up against each other. Like if they were, they'd be on the same day. They're not.
Right.
Like NXT not even on the same day as AEW no more. So they're really not going head to head no more. They're just companies in the same promotion or two promotions in the same business. That's all it is. NBA not battling with the EuroLeague. EuroLeague do their own shit, and NBA does not care, and vice versa. Like it do be some small shit here and there that AEW and WB do to piss the other off, but it's not like they
Right.
do that shit weekly, on a daily basis. Like if AEW gonna do a Tuesday show, NXT gonna stack it, or WWE gonna stack up the NXT show.
Right.
But if NXT was gonna move to AEW or was gonna move to Wednesday, AEW is gonna stack the Dynamite show. So it's the same
Right.
thing. It's just
It is the same
competition.
thing. It is competition.
But they
Friendly
taking
competition.
competition too far. They're taking competition way too far. Like they make it personal with themselves when y'all not making no money off of this. You not gaining nothing from AEW being better than WWE or WWE being better than AEW. You don't gain anything.
At all.
If
But
anything, you put more money
satisfaction, I
into their
guess, for
pockets.
personal satisfaction. That's all you
Right.
gain, bro.
I was about to say, and on Twitter, don't nobody give a fuck about your personal satisfaction. So it really don't matter.
Dead ass.
And it ain't satisfaction if you got to tell everybody else that it's satisfaction. Just let that shit be satisfaction.
Right. You ain't
But
wrong, bro.
hey,
You is not wrong. I feel like I don't know. Let us get on the awards, man. Let us get on the awards. We might be able to tell you
please,
all a little something. You know what I'm saying? But
please.
I just want to be an advocate for the awards. I just want to be able to look at the list and be like, nah, bro, you need to go back and study that up. It's like,
Not
bro,
for real.
like my list wouldn't even be perfect. Not even saying my list be
Right.
perfect. I can't even sit here on the awards, but I'm just saying,
There
like,
is
bro,
no perfect list, truly.
yeah, there is no perfect list. I just feel like, bro, you got to make it look like you don't hate another company, bro. Like, please.
Yeah.
That's it.
And it's got to make sense. Like, if you're going to do that, it's got to make sense all the way down. Like, all
Right.
right, if you think AEW Dynamite is a better show, then that means Tony Khan is a better booker. He cannot be not the better booker, but you say that they have the better show. Like,
Yeah, that shit.
WWE has two top shows that they consider. AEW has two top shows they consider, but one mainly. You can't tell me that one of their mainly shows is better than both of their mainly shows, and then Tony Khan isn't a better booker or a better promoter than Nick Khan and Triple H. That's where it don't make sense. That's where if you're gonna do that, it's got to be you just got to go all in. No pun intended.
No, I say good work. Good work right there. For sure. But
So that's what y'all be rapping.
that boy a real trapper for real. I'm crying, bro. Look, man. Lastly, y'all. Lastly, we want to bring y'all in some hot takes, man. Some hot takes. We can definitely talk chamber next week because we'll officially know the full participants in that.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll save some chamber stuff. We'll maybe bring y'all some fun chamber stuff next week. You never know. We might. I don't know how the copyright works. I will have to figure that out and see if we could possibly watch our favorite chamber match. Maybe with y'all. Hopefully. Maybe if we got to pause throughout it, we can. I don't know. I got to go read up on that. But we're going to bring y'all some hot takes. and they're gonna progressively get hotter to the point where borderline insane. Once we borderline insane, we tap out. We're done. All right, Reed. Uh, you know what? I'll start. Hot take number one. Okay, I don't even know. I mean, okay, yeah, this is the first level, so this might not be a hot take. All right. I'm not trying to sound insane off rip. Okay, I got so I'm shuffling through my head. Okay. You know what? I'll start and say this ain't even hot. This is something that should happen in my eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and say CM Punk deserves the WrestleMania main event. Not that he needs it. I think he actually deserves the main event this year. I'll start with something subtle.
I don't know how hot of a take this is, but it's the beginning. So this is where I gauge. And this is a little bit more long term, more than just this WrestleMania. I think by the time next WrestleMania ends, so WrestleMania in what, Vegas they said it was?
Vegas. This is
Or it's
Vegas.
like rumored to be.
This is
So it's
Vegas.
rumored to
Next
be
year is
in
New Orleans.
New Orleans. Rumored to be in New Orleans. By the time WrestleMania in New Orleans ends, Roxanne will be a world champion on the main roster. Whether it be like between that or at the end of that show, she will be a world champion at least once by the end of next WrestleMania.
I mean, she's in a chamber qualifying match in her third show overall, her third Raw, second Raw.
Yeah.
So that's not that's hot, but it's mild.
It could be though, because Rhea's the champion right now. You
Right.
still got Io over there. You still got Becky coming back at some point. So it's not a given.
Right.
So it's
It's
like a
not. That's what I'm
mild,
saying. That's what I'm
mildly
saying. It's
hot take.
spicy. It's spicy. That's what I'm saying. It's spicy. All right. Okay. This is where we kick in a little bit.
Uh-oh.
I think you get a tag team championships to the New Day and they hold it for a year.
A year?
A year.
Well, we going there. I think they do get the titles. Big E returns and costs them it when they lose it. And when he returns, he's cleared.
That's hot because we don't know nothing about that. We don't know nothing about what's going on in there.
No shit. We don't know shit.
We don't know.
A damn thing.
But that would be crazy if they held it for a year and lost it because of Big E.
Come on now. Cause just think about the heat they'll have by then. Like they're already hated. They just keep
Right.
cheating and bullshitting to win over and over again. And then they finally lose and it's because of Big E. The payoff would be crazy.
The payoff will be nuts. The payoff will be absolutely nuts, bro.
And then he gotta come in with somebody for the tag team match. Somebody gotta join him. I don't know who the hell it would be. But somebody gotta be on his side for a tag team match.
Odyssey Jones.
You crazy.
He
You crazy.
he not guilty. They say he's not guilty.
That's true.
So
But he
if that-
wouldn't have been on their side because he was supposed to replace him in the first place. So he would really just come back to where he was supposed to be.
But I mean, he could also be like, "Hey, I mean, if they choose to go this route, but I mean, like, yo, I was going through a hard time too. They didn't even reach out.
And y'all ain't give a fuck. Yeah, like y'all was
You know
mad
what
at
I'm
Big
saying?
E for not reaching out to y'all, but y'all ain't reach
Yeah.
out to me.
So,
But that would actually be kind of crazy because you had real life allegations, game. They can't reach out to you,
That's what I'm
brother.
saying. If they choose to go that route, that's what I'm saying. We not with Vince no more. So, if they decide to really go there, because Vince would have brought that to the table quick. So,
Nah, that shit would have been crazy.
I mean, okay, that's a hot take right there. That's a hot take. Okay, Let's go ahead and bring it back then. I think CM Punk beating Jeff Hardy in 2008 was the right call.
You tweaking. I was so confused at what you was about to say. I thought you were about to say he needed to be here for a title. I was gonna say what?
Nah.
Should I send CM Punk to TNA?
Yeah, I thought it was the right call. I thought it was the right call, bro. I thought he was the perfect person to get Jeff up out the WWE, bro. At the time.
I mean, if you look at it like that, then yeah, he was the right guy. Yeah, he was the right guy.
I think so. I think so.
I gotta. This might be like a real hot take, but I don't think it is.
Proceed.
If Toni Storm continues on the trajectory that she's at right now, that she's been for the last 2 years, she will go down as the greatest women's wrestler of all time.
I mean, it depends on who you think holds that title now. I mean, I feel like it's not really a definitive.
There's not a exactly. That's the point. There's no one that's undisputed right now. At one point it was Trish, and it's like now you're looking at you like, okay,
Right.
is it still Trish? Because if it's Trish, then that won't be that hard to surpass, in my opinion.
I mean, at this point, I feel like it. I mean, is it Charlotte at this point? Maybe.
If you talk about Reigns, sure. If you talk about Impact, I guess that would go Becky. But I feel like the last couple of years of Toni Storm's work is up there with anybody's. Like prime, not prime, like the stuff that she's done. And I think they just posted another YouTube video. Like I don't know if you've seen like all over the story, but you might have to go watch it on the AEW like YouTube page because it's been phenomenal. But from the start of like her changing the time as Toni Storm, that whole run that she had, where she had some great matches, and then the run where when then Mariah May turned on her, and then she takes a little break, comes back as rookie Toni Storm, and now she's back to time as Toni Storm. So that's been like a 2-year run, I want to say. And even before that, she was doing good work. But they put her with like Soraya and Ruby Soho for like a couple of months, and that shit was whack. They had to get her out of there quick.
Right.
But if she continues doing this type of work, which it would be surprising if she didn't, if she continues to do this kind of work, I feel like she's gonna be the greatest of all time. Because she's still really young, and she's
Right.
always been like Vince fucked it up because she was supposed to be the rival to Rhea Ripley for the next 10 years.
Right.
Then it ended up being where like Bianca was there, so they could have been the three of them. But the way he messed it up, it was like, all right, Toni Storm, like I don't know how you make her legitimate again. And then she was gone, and now it's like, bro, that could have been in WWE, not necessarily the timeless Toni Storm character. And maybe she could still have that character in WWE, and maybe she does something even crazier with it. Now I don't know if there's the Mariah May part to the story, which I think is like a very, very pivotal part of the story. But I think if Triple H was running when she first came up, I think Toni Storm would be up there with Rhea Ripley in terms of NWB.
Right.
But I think she's that talented where if she keeps doing what she's doing, she's in the conversation. No, not even in the conversation. I think she goes down as the greatest.
Speaking of greatest, yeah, let's go ahead and get active. The Tribal Chief character is the greatest needle mover in WWE history. That's it. That's all I got. Bro.
I can't say you're wrong. I can't say you're wrong. But
I can't.
technically, that's Stone Cold. Because he literally, I don't want to say he saved the company because the company wasn't going to go down under.
Right.
But technically, it would be Stone Cold because he helped them and was the leader of the charge and was the reason that they ended up winning the Monday Night Wars. Now, in terms of money
Money,
and business wise,
money.
that would be Roman. But in terms of like how important they were to the company when they were at the top, that would have to be Stone Cold. But I don't disagree necessarily. From a number standpoint, from a money standpoint, it's Roman. From an impact standpoint, it's Stone Cold. In terms of like for the company,
Right.
because if there's no Stone Cold, they don't win that war against WCW. And now everything looks different. There may not be a Roman Reigns if there's no WWE, because The Rock doesn't become The Rock potentially if WWE isn't what it is, there may not be The Rock may not
Right.
become The Rock.
When that's the whole lineage. I mean, not the whole lineage,
Exactly.
but the big stardom of the lineage.
Rikishi probably doesn't come in. That means the Usos aren't introduced, which means Umaga's not introduced. So there's no reason for Roman to be in there. So like that's just kind of like a crazy like thing is like if they didn't win the war, like how much would be different?
Right. That's a whole another. I mean, that's a multiverse, really.
Yeah, literally.
That's a whole another multiverse. So
Because like does someone like Tony Khan still try to make a company to
right.
combat WCW? Or does WCW like beat WWE? WWE is not the same, but then they still fucked up down the line, and wrestling's not what it is today.
Right.
Like that's completely possible too. Like that's the crazy part.
The big nutty part.
I got one, and I don't think this much of a hot take.
All right.
There's gonna be some older folks that might disagree, and I'll argue with you. The greatest tag team of all time is the Usos.
It's like it's not a hot take. It's not.
Okay.
I feel like
Okay.
it's 1A 1B though. Like I feel like it's
Well,
like
who?
who you, bro, the New Day, bro. It's 1A 1B for me, bro. It's hard for me to
But
go back
see,
and forth.
but see, I feel like they had a little bit of a head start. No, look, just hear me out. They had Kofi. Now, I'm not saying that they're not great and they shouldn't be in that conversation for sure. But when the Usos came in, they weren't looked at like, oh, they in that bloodline lineage, they're in
Yeah,
that
they weren't looked at
Samoan
like that.
lineage. Like obviously they were hailed as that. But when they came out, they had face paint on. Their first match was against the Hart Dynasty. So it's like they didn't win their first championship until what 2014. So they was on the main roster for like 5 years before they won a belt, before they was ever taken seriously. And when they won the championships, it was against the New Age Outlaws in 2014. So like they was like disrespected. So they were great with that reign or with that gimmick. Then they changed to the heel gimmick on SmackDown. Was great with that, and then went into the Bloodline story. Held the undisputed tag titles for as long as they did. They gotta be now.
I enjoyed
If
them.
Kofi and Xavier go crazy with this heel run, it's definitely 1A 1B.
They off to a slow start. I mean, not off to a slow start, but I mean, they just attacked Ray. So I mean,
Mhm.
we're gonna see what they.
Yeah.
Guess we'll see what they do from that point. But if they're not champions by like till after Mania or at Mania or whatever, then I'd be like, all right, bro. Me personally, but I mean, hey, okay, that ain't bad. Let's see if I got some more in my bag. I ain't got too many hot takes, bro, right now. Um, okay,
Ooh,
okay.
I just came up with a really good one.
I would say, you know what? Go ahead, go crazy. Go first. Go first.
Seth Rollins is the most underappreciated star in WWE history.
History.
Yeah.
I mean, it's looking like it. I mean, bro, they didn't even put him in. They didn't even put him in like the future stars in 10 years. Like, bro, it's looking like it. Bro.
Yeah.
Like.
Most underappreciated.
I mean, I ain't really mad at that. I mean, hell yeah, yeah, bro.
Underappreciated,
He's still rocking out for that
underacknowledged.
company.
Until he die, he gonna be under. He gonna be
I would say
ride or
him.
die.
I
Like
would say
I'm
him
rocking with y'all till the wheels fall off.
or them. I mean, I feel like the closest one to him, and not even at that spectrum, is Zig, bro. Dolph Ziggler, bro. That's it.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
Zig, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, they was doing the Zig bad, bro. But I mean, he wasn't even on the level of what Seth got going on. Like Seth go out there every week and one of the biggest stars every week. Now I'm not gonna say Seth don't get his. I mean, he had a whole title reign, but
Right.
like, I mean, I just ever since I seen that list of the company not saying he was in their future for like the next 10, I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah. And the crazy part is the names that were in it instead of him. I'm like,
and they released half of them.
what? What?
They released half of the names that was on the list, bro.
Literally.
So like, what are we talking about? Like, bro, like Dean Ambrose was on the list, and y'all let him walk clean.
And y'all didn't care about him when he was there. At that time, y'all didn't care about him that much. Yeah, so it's just like, who? What? Like, it was clear. It was Roman, and then it was Seth. And there was an argument of Roman or Seth. And there's still an argument for Roman or Seth. There's going to be an argument for Roman or Seth until they both retire.
They're forever linked, bro. And the funny part about it is they know that. Like, they know that they're forever linked. So they just be like, whatever.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
I love how they like to play each other like they really hate each other for real. That should be MVP. Like,
nah, the dialogue with them inside in the Royal Rumble was hilarious. Just like they don't look at me like that. Don't put your finger on me. You ain't never gonna win another world title as long as I'm here.
I'm like, bro, what is going on? Man, Roman watching the little Dev play 2K25, and he was like, bro, get a chair, smash him with it. I was like, bro, I was like, that dude is a fool.
Oh,
bro.
man.
He a whole fool, bro. He told the Dev, he said he looked like Seth a little bit, don't he? He was like, he's a piece of shit. Like, man, y'all know y'all love each other, man. Stop, bro.
Nah, facts.
But nah, I mess with it. I'm not too mad at it. Especially off the top of my head, only other person I can think of in my eyes is Ziggler. But I mean,
I think Daniel Bryan to a certain extent, but the injuries kind of halted that.
Right. That's why I'm.
And then back in the day, you could probably say Chris Jericho was underappreciated.
For sure. Because Triple H said he thought he was gonna be, but that's the crazy part.
Yeah. So I would probably say because back in the day, it's probably Chris Jericho. Just because he could do literally everything you asked, and that's what Seth Rollins does now. Yeah. Anything you ask him to do, he's gonna do it, and he's gonna do it at the highest level.
For sure. I'm not mad at that. I was just sitting here trying to think of some names, but I'm not too mad at the list at all because I mean, for the most part, bro, everybody get theirs, but it's just like, bro, to an extent with Seth, it's like, bro, there's hella L's that he's taking where I'm like, he ain't need to take that L. And then there's, I mean, I just feel like he don't use his stardom as much as he should.
Mm-mm.
He don't pull his, like, he don't throw his ego and weight around as much as he should. I mean,
which is why he's so liked.
Yeah, which is why he's so liked. But
by the fans, I mean, too, because like while the fans love guys like Roman and John, there's always going to be that section of fans that's like, yeah, but they forced this, and it's the way that like when people win now, and they feel like they win too much, they blank Hogan, like Becky Hogan or Mercedes Hogan or whatever, like whatever the case may be. But you can never say that about Seth because Seth probably got a 50-50 win rate when he's not a champion. So it's like you really just gotta respect it at that point.
And honestly, that's what I like to hear about Seth. I like to hear that about Roman. Like, although Roman is I mean, shit, he
Hmm.
probably throwing his weight on like weight around. But every time I hear another talent talk about him for real, they just say he a good dude and just like he
Yeah.
love to work with everybody, and that it just is what it is. And I feel like that's why the company is such in a good space, bro. Because the top guys ain't as toxic as our
Hmm.
childhood ghosts may have been.
Yeah.
I mean,
100%.
so I
Yeah,
mean,
and I'm not saying that Roman like be putting his weight around or nothing like that, but
I
like
mean, bro.
there's
But
stories of John
we've already
Cena,
talked about this
Randy
though.
doing shit like that. But we
He
know that
probably
when
has though.
Roman,
You know
exactly,
what I'm
we
saying?
know that
Like Seth don't do
when
that.
Roman was on his run just now, there was no way that he was going out there for certain shit, and he was like, no, that's not happening. Like if it
Right.
makes sense for the thing, he'll do it. Because like the first match against Cody, I think he was slated to lose, and I think him and Paul Heyman both went to
Yeah, they
Triple
was
H
like,
and was
no.
like,
They said it
no,
would be better in the long run if he won at 40. That's basically what they said. They
and then
said
guess
no.
what happened? And he
It,
didn't
it,
lose.
it worked.
So like that's a time where he went and put his weight around. Seth has never done it,
That's what
to
I'm
our
saying.
knowledge at
And
least.
Seth, and that's why I was saying, like, we talked in the past, like, I feel like Seth should have, especially in Cody's
Yeah.
return. Like, there's
Hmm.
no way you sat there in that room and was like, yeah, cool. I would have been like, bro, no.
Yeah,
Like,
especially for
he's
that third
torn
one.
peg. Come on, bro.
Not for that third one, bro. Not for that third one.
I'm in a hell in a cell.
There's
I
no
know
way
he's
that
in
should
a
have been a
cell.
trilogy.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm,
There's no
I'm
way
low key
there shouldn't have
glad
been
they
at
spinning
least
back
two
on it,
more.
though. I'm low key glad. Like, Seth, they
Mm.
forget. Like, Seth said, like, yeah, we battled, and then I helped him. Now I gotta go talk to him. Like, cause we gotta see. He ain't gave me my title shot yet. So I ain't gonna lie. I hope they Sorvis and give us that, cause I think that'd be cool too.
That would be
But
crazy.
I don't know, man.
That's the crazy part about like this Cody Rhodes. Like we talked about it earlier, but that's the crazy thing about Cody is like there's like 6 or 7 avenues that they could go down, and they all would be great.
No cap.
You could do Cody Punk, Cody Cena, Cody Seth, Cody Roman, Cody Drew. You could have gone Cody J. That's 6 right there.
Yeah, at least. At
That all
least,
work,
and
and
you
then you could
also
do a
you could
couple
have
of different triple
you could
threats.
have dragged out KO if you really wanted to. You could have. You could have
Exactly.
gave him Randy if you wanted to. You
I was
could
gonna
have.
say Randy's still there. That's 8.
Like, it's a lot, bro. Cody
Could
can do
even go
that.
Cody Sammy for real if you tell the story the right way.
You most definitely could because I mean, Sammy could have snapped. I mean, like Sammy could have snapped, or he could have helped KO. Like, it's a
Exactly.
bunch. It's a bunch. It's a bunch. Like I said,
Cody and Jacob Fatu.
and that was looking possible last night. I thought he was eyeing that chip. I said, "Ooh, are they about to, you know, what I'm saying, tell a little story?" But like I said earlier, bro, Cody's a good champion, and like I said again earlier, once he's not a champion anymore, people gonna realize, like, damn,
Hmm.
this is what we
My
wanted
only
from a
thing about him
champion.
losing the belt is like I don't want him to have just one reign. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I
I
don't
need
want
him.
it to like when his career is done, be like, oh, he was a one-time world champion. Like I don't want him to just be like, okay, he got his world championship reign because there's a couple of guys like in my next hot-ish take was gonna be some similar to that, but I'll wait. So, but I don't want Cody to just have one reign and then always into the Hall of Fame. He was one-time world champion. He won the Intercontinental Championship this many times, and blah, blah, blah. He did all this.
Right.
Like he's got to have like 3, 4 reigns, but it's gonna be hard for him to do that if he's holding the belt every time for a year plus.
Right.
But in this day and age, it's gonna be hard for their top guys to not hold the belt for that long because when they lose, you want it to mean something. So it's like you just gotta.
Yeah, we are starting to enter the era where it's the quality of the reign instead of the
Hmm.
quantity
Quantity.
of reigns, and
Hmm.
which is fine with me. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
And whenever we look back on Hall of Famers, like a Cody, like when Cody gets inducted, and we're old men, we gonna be able to call each other on the phone and be like, "You remember WrestleMania 40? Hell yeah, I remember WrestleMania 40."
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying matters in wrestling. Like,
Yeah.
no knock on the performers in the ring, but like,
Hmm.
there's hella in ring performers that can't talk and can't make a story, bro. And
Right.
it's like, I remember your match, but I don't remember the outcome of it. I don't remember what ripple
Hmm.
effects came from it. I don't remember what star butted from it.
Right.
That's what I like. That's why I'm glad WWE taking that turn. Even a subtle thing that we about to see, like WWE starting to get real good at, bro. Just even Braun Breaker pulling up on AJ Styles and just looking at him and just standing
Yeah.
there and was just like, "I see you next week, bro." like
Yep.
I see you later.
Hmm.
That gets me interested. Stuff like that gets you interested. So As far as Cody, I agree though. He don't need just one ring because I feel like we got to see a Homelander Cody title reign. I feel like we got to see, I mean, at least 2 or 3 more. I mean, he said he gonna wrestle full time till he's 40, and what is he, 35?
But you also don't want to jumble all these into like a 2-year span because that's gonna.
Right.
I mean, if he's a heel, it won't matter because they're supposed to hate him anyway. But you don't want people to just be like go away type shit.
Right.
Which I don't think will happen, but it's like if you rush those multiple rings, then it could.
Yeah, man. I'm glad to an extent that Triple H and people don't listen. I mean, they listen to fans, but I'm glad sometimes they don't because bro, they were literally cheering. Like they were saying, we don't want Roman no more. Roman boring. Roman trash. Like the reign done. To 2 weeks into
as soon as he left, come back, Roman.
Yeah, we want Roman. So, man, I'm not trying to hear that, bro. Like
at all.
Let's just keep it pushing, man.
No,
keep it on pushing. My next hot take and probably my last hot take. I hope it is my last hot take, but I'm gonna say this is real hot, and this is why this is gonna end it all. Real hot. Out of all of the NXT budding stars for these past 2 years, I think if he keeps his current overness, Trick will be the most successful out of the bunch. Which is stupid hot.
That's men and women included?
That's what makes it hot.
Yeah, I have to disagree. I'm sorry. But that's why it's a hot take.
But that's why it's hot. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's overly hot. I got to end on something where it's like, you got to disagree. We can't.
You already know what I would say.
Talk to me.
They call her the prodigy for a reason. I'm not going for none of that shit. Who has ever been called a prodigy?
Nobody, as far as I know.
Saying. That's basically saying she was born to do this without being a legacy. That's exactly what they're telling you, actually. She was born to do this shit.
Javon a prodigy too, though.
Nah, he wasn't born to do this, though. Because he's just a crazy athlete. You know what I'm saying?
He just is.
Roxanne was born to do this shit. Nah, he is crazy, though. Because there's a video on TikTok that I just reposted a couple days ago. That motherfucking crazy, dog.
He's OD, bro.
I can't wait till he get on the main roster because if they let him be himself, man, this shit gonna be so good.
Which I hope they let him be himself. Lord knows.
But I'm not mad at the trick. I feel like that's gonna be hard to do because you got Braun, you got Ilya, you got Melo.
Yep.
You're gonna have an Oba.
Yep.
You got Roxanne, you got Tiffany.
Count Oba though? Are we gonna be able to count Oba? Because I feel like he's gonna come up at least a year after or 2.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay, so you put him in a different.
Yeah, I'm keeping it more like Trick,
Tiffany,
Ilya,
Braun,
around that. Yeah.
Tiffany.
I'm
Roxanne.
not gonna say 2.0 kids because they're not all 2.0, but kind of.
Yeah, for the most part though. Yeah, I want to say they all are 2.0.
Well,
all 5, besides Ilya. Because Ilya was in NXT UK before that, so even if you don't count him, because he would be more with like the Gunther's, the Pete Dunnes, the Tyler Bates type shit.
Right.
He just came up at the same time. He's just younger. Well, he's not even younger because Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate are young as hell too. They just came in at the wrong. I don't want to say they came in at the wrong time. It's just they were on a different timeline by the time they got to NXT. So yeah, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. Now, him being better than Braun is gonna be hard to do.
Yeah, Braun.
But I would like to see it. But I would like to see it. I would not be mad at that at all.
I think we need.
We do. Because I don't know if they're gonna do that with Melo. I think they view Melo as valuable, but I think Melo will be more of like the Seth Rollins type.
Yeah, not saying
put him out there. Put him out there. He's gonna do great with everybody. Trick is gonna be the guy that if he's over, he's always gonna be over. And then Braun is that Roman Reigns type guy. Where like
He missed the main
He's
event for
gonna
them.
be at the top of the card. He's gonna be that face that you put on the posters. But you can't tell their story. You can't tell the story of the future of WWE without all three of them dudes. And then Roxanne and Tiffany included.
The crazy thing about Braun is he's also launched hella now, especially because of that speed
hmm
clip. Because now it's international.
Yeah.
Like everybody know he's
Yeah.
the dude that that be on that.
hmm
So, um, I just want to shout out all of them dudes, bro, because it makes you hopeful. Like, I mean, for us,
Yeah.
we went through a rough stretch. Like after our goats left, it's like for real. So we went through a little rough stretch. And we had good talent. Like I said, we still had the Shield. You know, we still had some good moments and good talent. But from week to week basis, it was not consistent. Like, at least in this
Yeah.
current age, for the younger generation coming up watching this, y'all got some good people to lean on, bro. After the Romans, the Seths, the Finns. Matter of
Yeah.
fact, that's what I also want to say. Finn might be the most disrespected in history. No cap.
100%. 100% the most disrespected.
No cap.
100% the most disrespected.
Because I
And
started thinking in my
underutilized.
head, yeah, nah, it's Finn's done, bro.
Yeah.
It's also on him though. I feel like he's also content where he
Yeah.
at. Like he got to work with
Yeah.
JD, he got to work with his mans. I feel like he content where
Mhm.
he at. If you don't speak on nothing, bro, nothing's ever gonna change. So it's like
Yeah.
the fans that be putting all this energy into, bro, you know, Finn getting hold. Bro, have you ever started to think maybe Finn like what he on? Maybe he don't want to be a champion. Like Mark Henry said
Yeah.
that. Mark Henry said
It's
he don't
also
care about
like
the
there's
champion.
also like a little bit of patience too because
Right,
Sammy went through that for a little bit too, where it was like y'all don't see it,
right.
but then he hopped into this one story and that elevated him back to the top of the card. So
Right.
maybe it's just one thing. Finn just needs one thing to elevate him back to the top of the card, and then he starts winning shit again.
Which I
Because
feel like
Sammy was losing for a good minute.
he was, and he had that detective looking gimmick he was going through.
Yeah,
But
like oh y'all lying, like there's a conspiracy against me because he was going out there and losing all them damn matches, and that story helped. That story got him to the Intercontinental Championship, and then he lost that belt, and then he lost at WrestleMania to fucking dude from I was about to say kick ass.
Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah, Johnny Knoxville. And then he walked into talking to Jay and Jimmy. So it's like Finn just needs that one thing. I feel like that'll just change the trajectory of his career at this point.
Especially, I feel like now that they talking about they need a new member of the Judgment Day,
hmm
and
But who would it be is the question. Like,
that's
who
I've
they
been
gonna
thinking
add?
about that for a minute.
Like I don't know who they add.
But at the end of the day, what Aleister Black doing nowadays? Right? What he doing nowadays?
Oh, I wouldn't be mad at that at all. That might be a little dark though. Nah,
Of course, but it
they
definitely
might
don't
need
fit.
that though.
It definitely don't fit. You know what I'm saying? Which is that's like what they need for them
Yeah,
to be more serious. This could make Dom a little bit more serious. You know what I'm saying?
straight
This
to
could
it.
make straight to it.
Yeah,
Like cut all that shit out.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
so. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We
Yeah, I
don't
would
know.
love to see who they bring in,
I don't know who they bring in.
or
It
like
can't
who
be
he was
nobody
thinking
weak.
about at least.
It has
Yeah,
to be
it definitely
somebody
can.
that Finn not gonna rock with, because that's gonna bring the best
Yeah,
out of Finn, regardless. Like you
yep.
got to fight with your whole group, your country.
Like I don't know who it could be because you can't put somebody like a Phoenix because they're not gonna let somebody that wears a mask talk that much.
Right.
So it's like I don't know. I don't know. I would say maybe somebody from NXT, but I don't see nobody down in NXT that could join this group and make like real waves.
You just don't know.
Like I wouldn't hate Ethan Page, but I don't know if he would like fit.
I mean, he definitely would because of the Finn's always right thing. Ego can always be right. That can, but then again, it's like, do you really want to make it a gimmicky type thing again with Judgment Day, or you really
Right,
want to make this shit serious? So like,
right.
I mean, it's literally in their hands. I mean, the new
Yeah,
member
they
thing, it was. I mean, I don't know, bro. We need better factions, so they need to figure something out. We ain't bro. Since the bloodline,
Please.
I mean, the bloodline is they're not the bloodline really no more in my eyes,
No, they're not.
but it's like
But I mean, the AOP just got released, so that faction is gone.
yeah,
We ain't
that's
seen Y6, even though they're scheduled to come back soon, I would assume,
yeah, they're teasing the Alexa thing. I saw that
which I'm not mad
at all.
but I know some people don't like that. But I personally love that version of Liv.
So
I got one more little hot take. Actually, I got two.
all right.
Because
Fire away.
Rey Mysterio should have won more world titles. He should have had more reigns in his prime. Now I know there was like a 2-3 year span in like the early 2010s where he was dealing with injuries and shit. But you can't tell me from 2000 he debuted in 2002. From 2002 to 2009, he should have had one reign.
I mean,
And then the reign that he got, John Cena took that shit right back the next day or that same night, which pissed me off. Oh my gosh. But it's like, I don't know. I just feel like there was more opportunity for him to be a world champion, especially on SmackDown.
especially through the 05 through 08 like time period. Like
Yeah.
I mean that started the Cena run. Like I mean let's be honest, like the WWE at the time when Cena won the belt, right? That was kind of a renaissance for them too, because I feel like that was a younger guy doing a newly, freshly kind of like relative gimmick. And if that's the case, if that was your renaissance moment, then Ray, other guys like Ray, you know, stuff like that, they should have got more opportunities, bro. Because there's some title reigns. Like I was trying to look up the champions in that time period, like, okay, like, and I'm not gonna disrespect nobody,
Right.
but I'm just saying, the Miz held a championship.
Mm-hmm.
Sheamus held a championship, pretty fresh in his career against John Cena.
Yeah.
Batista held it. I mean, and Ray and Batista put on great stuff. Jeff Hardy held it. I'm not saying Ray was more over than Jeff.
And then had 2 world title reigns after that.
Right. So I'm just saying, like, through the.
So he's a 3-time world champion.
And this is only WWE champions. This isn't even world heavyweight
Yeah.
champions. So
Right.
like, I mean, The Rock held it in 2013. Like,
Yeah.
what do we? How do we not find time for Ray? You know what I'm saying? Once again,
And it's not like Ray went through phases where he wasn't over, because he was always over.
he was always over, bro. I mean, if you go
Always
down the street
over.
and ask somebody who's their favorite wrestler, I'll say 1 out of 10, or at least 2 out of 10 will say Rey Mysterio at least one point in their lifetime. Ray was my guy at least one time in my life too. Everybody love Ray. I still love Ray. There ain't never been a comment where I'm like, Ray in 2025. What I always say about Ray Tariq, them stem cells, he moving.
But people, I mean, every time I see people talk about him, they're like, man, he's moving better than he was moving when he was 35, 45. I'm like, that's a testament to him. Now, I'm definitely not saying he should be a world champion today, but
Right.
he's already in the
I
Hall of
think
Fame.
he should be doing more than what he's doing.
But there's way more accolades that could have been. There's way more accolades that should be on his resume than the ones that he has. And there should have never been a point where he had to leave WWE
Right.
and come back. Like, he was gone for a good 3 years. That should have never happened. Like, Ray is one of those people. Like, I know I know once he dealt with the injuries, they probably didn't want to keep dealing with it because he had so many knee surgeries that they were on the bill for. But a guy like that, like, you don't want to just give that up, because if he wasn't so damn loyal to WWE, he could have easily gone and signed with AEW when they first started up.
Right.
And he would have been a huge name, and he would have actually drawn. No, he would actually draw. People would have watched for Rey Mysterio.
Of
Like,
course.
All In, like, I was gonna watch All In. Once they announced Ray, I was like, oh, I'm fucking locked in. Ray was at the first All In. Now that match ended up getting cut short because of time and things like that, but I can't remember exactly what the match was. I think it was him, Penta, something like I think it was maybe it was like hold on, let me look. I want to say it was a 6-man tag with like the Young Bucks and somebody. So it's Young Bucks and Kota Ibushi against Rey Mysterio, Bandito, and Ray Phoenix. So I'm like, I saw that shit and I was like, oh, I'm locked in. Like that's no way I'm missing that. And I want to say that was the main event, and that's why it ended up getting cut for time. Uh, but I'm like, I don't know. I just feel like there's more. There should be more accolades on
Right.
his Hall
On
of
his
Fame
belt.
list than there is now.
Especially when
And
you
then the
look at
other
it
one,
like
oh god,
I would say, especially when you look at it like who is multi-time, like hella multi-time champions, you're just kind
hmm
of like, bro,
yeah.
like I mean, if you
And
look at
his
the
reigns
mid, if you
weren't
look at
long.
right, like if you look at the Mid's resume and you look at Rey Mysterio's resume, off the top of my head, like is it really that far fetched from each other? And that's sick. That's nasty. Like
Yeah, I mean, the Mrs. might be better for it. He's got a bunch of Intercontinental title reigns. He's got some United States title reigns. He's got multiple World
yeah,
Championships.
two WWE championships, 8 Intercontinental championships, 2 United States championships. So he's a Grand Slam champion twice. Won
And he
nine
got all the
time.
tag team
Won
championships.
nine tag team championships. One Money in the Bank. Uh, 25th Triple Crown champion. 14th Grand Slam champion. Became the first wrestler to complete the Grand Slam cycle twice. He does have a better resume than Ray.
He does, which is crazy because you can't say he was more over than Ray because he wasn't. You can't say he's more talented than Ray because he wasn't. He never has been. The only thing he
That's
did better than Ray is talk, and that's because he's wrestling in America. Because when Ray talk his shit in
yeah.
Spanish,
I'll say Ray was talking in
the
Spanish on
crowd go
WCW.
crazy. The crowd goes stupid.
Man, we never really got to see heel Ray, and he was
No,
heel for a minute,
but because of
like
how over he was.
in WCW. Yeah, he was. I just watched his debut like
Like,
the other day, like when he was in that mirror.
yeah,
Oh my
that
god,
shit
man,
was
yeah.
fire.
I was like, damn. I was like, yeah. So
Like, and that's the thing is like the way they presented him, they made it seem like he was gonna be one of those dudes.
right. I mean, I'm just gonna say something for the chat. Ray is one of those guys that's so popular that he was dressing up in Marvel and DC gear, and they said the cease and desist. It was like he can't be
Yeah,
doing this. So like
yeah.
that's how big of a name that he is. You know what I'm saying? Like we
I
talk
say
about all
if he
these
didn't have
movie
motion, they
stars,
wouldn't have known.
right? He got
They
too
wouldn't have
much
known.
motion. They would have never known a thing. And it's like we talk about all these movie stars and all this, but like this dude really went out there dressed as a Joker, and they was like, hell
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
hell no.
When I
You
dressed
ain't.
as a Flash,
Yeah, they talk about y'all not promoting the movie, so y'all can't use this. Nah, he wasn't promoting it. That's just what he liked in his free time. Like, damn.
facts,
So, shout out Ray,
facts,
bro. You had one more, you said, right?
facts. Yeah. Um, within the next 2 years, Dom will be a world champion.
Even if that's hot or not, it needs to happen. It's something we want to see happen. I mean,
100%. 100% needs to happen.
I don't know how long you stall your biggest heel in the
You
company.
can't. You
Uh,
can't keep stalling.
you know what I'm saying? It like that same thing we say with Jay,
WrestleMania
like
has to be
the Rocket, right? And that's what I'm saying. That new member has to turn him up. That's what I'm saying.
hmm
It has to be important. So
Yeah.
as much as we defend Jay and we say like, how can you deny he's so over? But
hmm
how can you keep denying the biggest heel on your roster? So
Like no one gets more booze than him in your entire company.
at all,
I'd argue no one gets more booze than him in the entire business.
on
Because it's
God,
not like dudes in AW is getting booed crazy. The only time dudes is really getting booed in AW is because they don't want to see him. So it's like when somebody's music hits and they start talking, nobody gets more booze than Dom in
right?
any company anywhere.
Okay.
At some point, you gotta reward that shit because it's been like that for 2+ years. And I would like to see him and Liv, and I'm not saying break off or do anything like that, but I would like to see him and Liv just look at each other and be like, we gotta lock the fuck in ourselves. And then
Right.
that's when they like really turn up into like a different level. But I don't know if they
Because
would
they
do that
could, they
because
low
they
key could
haven't they
literally
haven't
be
they
a
haven't shown
modern
them that
day.
way.
They could be a modern day Edge and Lita, bro, if they really wanted to. Like they could really,
Yeah.
run wild shit, bro. Like
And like Liv is still in her prime, so it's not even like because Edge like Lita at that point was already injured so many times that she wasn't
right.
what she was. But if that was like a prime Lita with that Edge, that shit could have been even crazier. So you mean to tell me Dom and Liv both running around, both at their best, and both helping each other be better wouldn't work? I don't know what the hell you looking at. You just missing out on money at that point.
Yeah, I don't see the point of making them. I don't see the point of making them one stop shop people. Like I mean, not Liv, but Dom. Like
Right.
Dom shouldn't be the person that has to go out there and get beat up to be proven a point of. Like it don't make
Mm-hmm.
sense. Like let him do
Yeah.
something dastardly. Make him do something.
And that shit's
cowardly.
getting old, bro.
It is getting old. It's getting stale.
Shit's
I
getting
mean, as
so
much as I
old.
love AJ Styles, I know he gonna go out there and whoop him next week. Like I know he gonna
But
go
in
out there
all
and whoop him.
actuality, Dom needs that win.
He does. He does. He does.
Or there has to be something that leads to like a triple threat. Because Dom, Braun, and AJ could be a match of the night at WrestleMania. And Dom's still in his title there. Do you
Can be
imagine?
talked about for a
I
while.
can hear the booze right now. I can hear the booze right now if he's still that belt. AJ about to win, or Braun about to go for a spear, or Braun hits the spear, crazy spear, and then Dom throw him out the ring, take the pin. The crowd is booing their ass off because they're not gonna boo nobody else the rest of the night besides probably Charlotte.
Right.
And by the end of the match, they probably won't be booing Charlotte if she doesn't win the match because the match is gonna be that good. So really, the only person that's gonna get booed for real, throughout the entire night of night one and night two is gonna be Dom because KO is gonna get cheered. Drew's gonna get cheered. Jacob Fatu's gonna get cheered. There ain't no other heels. Gunther might not get cheered because he's going against Jay. But by
But
the
it ain't gonna
time the
be
match
like
starts
it ain't gonna be
again,
death.
they're gonna start cheering again.
Right.
They're gonna be cheering because he's so damn good.
Like when Dom came out in that damn the back of that jail truck at Mania, they was not feeling that. They was
Bruh,
pissed.
my mom and sister watched that and was like, "Oh, they really don't like him." And I was like, "Nah, that's Ray's son." He turned on Ray, was talking crazy to the mom and the daughter. Is, "Oh yeah, beat his ass."
Off rip. Off rip.
That's all they
Shout out
need to
fam.
know. They didn't need to know anything else. They're like, "Yeah, whoop his ass." Like, "Oh, he need his ass beat." That's exactly what my mama said. Somebody need to get a belt on his ass.
That's a common motto in Black households. Shout out Black History Month. Y'all
Oh,
gotta
he
catch
need
up.
his ass beat.
Cause he
And what
did at
happened?
the
He got his
time.
ass
He
beat.
told his mama shut up straight in the mic. I said, "Oh yeah, Dom tweet."
Then he threw the drink on old girl, and she said that wasn't supposed to happen. He was supposed to like do a little bit. He was like, before I went out, I thought, well, I just throw the whole thing. I said, bro, crazy. Hey, bro, that's the second time he done that shit too. Cause he wasn't supposed to kiss Liv, and he was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just kiss her.
He just be going with the flow, bro.
But both times they worked out well, in my opinion.
They did.
Like that moment with Liv, like that's gonna stand the test of time, just because people are gonna be like, people were like low key expecting, but at the same time, it was like, whoa.
Yeah, because he got a whole
Like
wife
that's
at the
something I
crib.
wish we
You know
was.
what I'm saying?
That's something I wish we had the show for and we were streaming for because my reaction, boy, I was like, oh shit. But I'm talking about like reacting to him like throwing the chair, looking at Liv, then getting out the ring, and then the little smirk. So, oh shit, he smirked. He would live. And then they turn the camera and he turned and I said, yo. Then Rhea crying and shit. Like that whole moment is crazy just for them to not do exactly what they could have done with that story. But again, I think that has to do with Rhea getting hurt. If Rhea doesn't get hurt, that whole story is different.
I
But
believe so. I believe so.
Because Rhea got hurt twice.
Dead ass. Dead ass got hurt twice. And Liv in the same sequence, really. So, like,
Yeah.
they was just trading injuries. Who could be injured the most?
Yep. Because she injured Liv originally. Liv was out for like 9 months. Came back. And then injured Rhea. And then had built her story up. And then Rhea came back again. They had their match. Then Rhea got hurt again.
Don't make no sense. And don't make no sense. Well, that sound about it, y'all. That sound like we done concluded the episode. We had hot takes. We talked about some awards. Talk about everything. Next week will be a little bit more back to the basic, to use more like talk about the show. We got PLEs coming up. March 1st is the PLE, but I'm probably gonna chill for a little bit, and then what time does Vintage Day start? 8, 7, 8.
I feel like either 7 or 8. I feel like they kind of start
definitely
early.
gonna tap in. I'm definitely gonna tap in.
I feel like they start early.
They do. We start early sometimes.
Let's see, Business Day. Oh Lord, I almost fell. And I'm sitting. How the hell that happen? Yes. Whoa, 6 o'clock. That shit must start in 20 minutes.
That shit started in 20 minutes. So I'm about to go eat. I'm about to go eat, kick back, chill, and we appreciate y'all joining in. And what the good thing about this is y'all just got a smooth pod, and y'all about to watch some NXT. So
come on now.
Or
Y'all are
AEW
welcome.
if you watching AEW tonight, if you didn't get spoiled. But
Let's say.
anything for the people, Rick, before we get up out of here?
Just enjoy the wrestling. Enjoy life.
Enjoy life.
That's it.
My boy said it the best. We out. We got a new song today. We out.
Uh-oh.
So like I said, man, shout out to y'all. And we'll see y'all in the next one. he was gonna turn it up. All right, y'all boys. We catch y'all. Oh yeah, and always keep it chill and stay eating. You know what I'm saying? There we go. Let's go, man. Let's go. Out, bro.
Well, my dog Jimmy. No yeet.